Good morning. I'm Claire Louise Ho from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Monday. Doesn't feel like I've had a weekend at all because I didn't. It's been raining the whole time. We had a reprieve yesterday. It's ridiculous. The island's flooded. So I only got out of the house yesterday. I've been in all the time because just everything's wet. It's flooded. The river's flowing at the back. And so I just worked through it. I thought, well, if I'm stuck in the house, I might as well get ahead on videos. That's what I've been doing. So I don't feel like I've had a weekend at all. My weekend's coming, I think, when it stops raining. Chicken wants to go out. Hang on. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Why do you want to go out, you crazy cat? Welcome to Psychic Cafe. So I'm going to do some channeling for the collective. Hi, Christine. Hi, Maria. I'm going to do some channeling for the collective. But I'm also going to give some mini reads as well. So if you've got a question for your higher self, check out that pinned comment, the pinned comment that's up top of the chat, live chat. Hey, Jessica. And that tells you how to get one of the mini reads. It's by donation, so there's a PayPal link in there. You can use Super Chat, Super Sticker if that's easier for you. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment just so that I can find it more easily. Hey, Mr. Bowers. Hey, Dwarf. Hey, Helena. Hey, Cheryl. How is everyone? Are you good? Did you have a good weekend? I did get out of the house yesterday and I had some cheesecake when I went because I didn't use my bike for a couple of days. I realised that it needed tending to. I've had a slow puncture there's some slow puncture, I don't know, he couldn't figure it out either. But the tire was completely flat because I'd not ridden it for 2 days. I was having to pump it up pretty much every day. So I went to see my friend and he had an inner tube, so changed it for me. And I had cheesecake. That was my weekend. The only time I got out of the house, the rest of the time I was working in here. Coffee. I haven't had coffee yet. I don't want to mess up. I got a shipment through of a heap of product because we had a sale, Sephora. Not the same as everyone else's sale in the world. But we did, and it came through, and this is Fenty lip gloss. Fenty lip gloss. Oh my God, it's really good. Got back from your road trip. Oh, where did you go, Christine? Thanks, Maria. Good morning, Mandy. Cool weather. I had a fire. Nice. Let's get some cards out for the collector. Get going on this thing. What do they want to tell us? That I'm so well ahead on my videos, which is good, which means that I won't fall apart. I won't fall behind like I did last week. If I go to a party, I should be able to do that, right? So I need to get ahead so that I can actually have a life. Hey, Tawanda. So come on, cards. Come out. Come out, cards. Yeah, so I'm going to get ahead on my... I'm just going to keep on working while it's raining and get ahead while I can't do anything else. Someone sorted out that back road because there's rivers everywhere now and there's flooding all over the island. So I was worried that I wouldn't be able to... Oh, there's a leech on my window. Ah, oh, okay. Delights of rainy season. Yuck. I don't like leeches. I don't suppose anyone does really, hey? There's got to be some people that like them. Probably some people that keep them as pets. No cards coming out. Guides don't want to speak to us today. I'm going to have a look at it closer. Yuck. Can you see all its innards because it's on the glass? See its insides through its body. Had a relaxing week. Oh, that's good, Christine. Good to hear that. You're due that, I'm sure. Rare Knowledge is the card that came out. Finally. Hey, Beth. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl, we already had you in. Rare Knowledge. There's something you know. Or something they're going to tell us today. Maybe let's get a cat out. And then we'll do Maria before she's... Oh, she's already off my chat panel anyway. Meditation and synchronicity. So magic afoot, guidance coming through, and our guides helping us to do something. Rare knowledge. Meditation, synchronicity. Tuning in, that kind of thing. And checking out my videos during the day when you get a chance. Oh, thank you. I'm doing the mini readings. Yeah, let's do Maria now. Maria, what we were asking. High self on your love life. Okay, high self on your love life for Maria. Have a good time in healing. So you're in a process of healing your love life at the moment. It's better. You're in the process of healing yourself at the moment. So relationships that are around at the moment, it's the temporary, it's part of a healing process. I call them lesson relationships. It's relationships along the way. It's as you're learning, as you go, kind of thing. And so have a good time. Like, be sure to have a good time. Don't take it so seriously. You know, sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves and think that we should be ready for the big relationship and everything. And this is what my guides were saying, is like, stop doing like twin flame readings and soulmate readings, because most everyone needs these lesson relationships first. They're not done learning yet. You're not done your path yet. You're not done your path yet. And so don't be so hard on yourself and have a good time. Don't take it so seriously. And don't let it get to you so much. I know, easier said than done, right? Guys, it's easier said than done. Wait, what's under that? Yeah, so you're in a healing process at the moment. And at every not pitfall, but every time you trip up, every time something's not a good time in a relationship, every time something doesn't feel good, that's when you need to delve deeper and do that healing work, you know? So what's behind this? Why am I choosing this? Why am I choosing pain over again? That's the question that you need to ask. Why am I choosing this pain? Yeah, and it can be tricky to find that answer too. But slow yourself down here, have a better time of it, and it's okay to be at school. Really, it is. You don't have to be a master. It's our ego that says, I should be a master already in any area of our life, but it's not true. So, yeah, very healing time at the moment. See it as that. See it as the path rather than the I'm a failure, I can't. It's just not true that everyone should be able to have this incredible relationship right now, or when they're young, or anything, anytime, unless that progression has been made. We know it, right? We know it with work. You've got to do the training and you've got to have the experience, and then you'll be a master. We just know it with everything else. But then we don't apply it to relationships too, and it's exactly the same with relationships. And then we think that people are judging us, saying like, why aren't they a master yet? Like, it's easy to be a master. You're instantly a master. Everyone knows this when they're born. Well, they don't. Look around. People are having terrible relationships. So it's okay to be at school. Yum, yum, yum. Coffee. I should dry it out in here yesterday when it stopped raining. My aircon's doing well. It's been 90% humidity outside. I managed to get it to 67% in here. I don't know what it is today. Oh, I can't tell. It's on my phone. I could turn around and check on my little unit there, but I can't be bothered. 24 degrees, pretty chilly. Right. Let's get some more cards out. Goddess. Goddess love. Wait and have a good time. Yeah. Healing process. And it's slow too. I mean, you know, our higher selves aren't in a rush for it. Like we are. We want the companionship and stuff, but our higher selves aren't. Got some new earrings because I needed change to give to my bike man. So I went in the shop. And I've been looking at these earrings because I bought myself a toothbrush from the same shop. What else did I get? Oh, I got a scrunchie. Toothbrush and a scrunchie. And then went to go pick up my bike again. And I didn't have the right change. And he didn't have change. And so I went back to the shop and I bought these earrings that I've been looking at. Again, it's plastic, island plastic. Grey with like pinky bits in it. Can't really see it on camera. Many horrible relationships, right? And then we look at those things, oh, everyone else has found someone, why not me? And the guides say to me, you have no idea what those relationships are like. You've experienced that and you let it go already. Like, they just haven't let it go already. Like, you have no idea, you're ahead. It's like, oh. Isn't it? And we just got to remember that, right? Because I know old me used to look around and go like, everyone else is happily in relationships. Guides are like, no, they're not. They're not. It's very few that are happy. Let's get a goddess out anyway. Goddess? Goddess love. Skin's been falling apart and my neck's breaking out because of what's it called right now? Retinoic acid. I'm on the big stuff now. The big stuff. Tretinoin. It's making my neck break out. It's making my face okay, but I'm having to use concealer because it's kind of falling apart. It's doing its job, that's for sure. I'm falling apart. My face did fall off 3 days after I started using it. I sweated it off in training, just like my whole skin came off. It was weird. It's like it all started peeling off. And I was there just going like this. And I was like, what's happening to your face? It's falling off. Then there's bits up here where the sun damages. It's obviously working on it. It's repairing it because it's gone a bit raw. Yeah, so I'm concealing it at the moment so you don't have to look at the devastation on my face. It's all right, though. Friendship first creates a better bond. Absolutely, yeah. I agree. Well, that's hard, isn't it? Because we have urges. My God, it's rain. It's just like raining all the time. It's horrible. It's constant. Problems caused by hurt, fears, jealousy. Healing prevents them from even happening, right? But it does happen, but we don't, it doesn't become a problem. Those things still come up, right? We're still going to feel jealous and we're still going to get hurt and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to cause a problem if we're not in reaction to it, if we are dealing with it, yeah. But that takes time, doesn't it, to get to that place? No, I'm not sure I'm even there. I'm doing better for sure because I can tell the way I'm going around it about this relationship. It's just so different than I have before. But you know, it's not really got off the ground yet. And when it does, I'm going to be learning. In fact, that's what it said in the energy update today. What was that? Ding. That's what it said in the energy update. What I said in the energy update today is that something happens, something that we've been waiting for, and then we become a beginner again. Then it's the Fool card. We're a novice again. Novices, right? Hiding or finding a true friend. Yeah. you've got to be more selective, right? There's fewer of them, for sure. Okay, got some cards out at last. What is with it? I know the cards are very wet at the moment. Some of the cards are really not doing well in this humidity. I feel like some are going to fall apart. I feel like I need to order some more. They've gone like paper, bendy like paper, very difficult to shuffle. Even these ones, even my beloved light seers. Oh, we've got 3. We have hope. Out of darkness comes light. We have dedication. Your challenges will reap rewards. That was in the energy update as well. The hard work that you put in is going to reap the rewards. You just got to keep going. And nurturance. Restore your balance. Nurture yourself. And they're both hugging furry animals. Hope. Keep the hope alive. I don't need to read the book with those. That's pretty self-evident what that's all about. Shifts happening. We're getting there. We're kind of leading the way as well. We've got a lot of cards today. Don't fall off. Okay. Now, who is that? Thanks to Anda for your donation. Oh, I'm going to buy a house for myself and rent it out on Airbnb. Is there a great job on the way until I finalise the house situation? Is the money desire on the way to finalise the deals? Oh. Well, that's cool. Is there a great job on the way until then? So are you gonna live there too, Joanna? Rent it out. It's kind of a nice lifestyle. I did get it, Joanna. Yes, there's a great job on the way until. Let me find out about that. Interesting. It's yes, there's a job. There's you don't need to go seeking it. This touch card, it's like someone getting in touch with you or a random meeting, something like that. You'll know when you find it because you'll be talking to someone. I feel like you're just having a conversation with someone and they're going to tell you about something and it's going to click then. So it's an unusual way that it's going to come about. I don't know if that's unusual for you. I mean, not the usual way of like applying for jobs and going out seeking is what I'm getting. Someone will get in touch, but I don't feel like it's someone that already knows you. I feel like it's a kind of a new person that you're going to talk to. And it wakes something up, so the conversation sparks an interest and they're like, oh, maybe you could do this or something like that. Yeah, a connection. A connection feels like a new connection to me. Who you know, not what you know, right? Be still, keep quiet. In other words, be still, keep quiet. You don't need to go in search of it. So, I don't know, sometimes, like with energies, you've got to show willing to the universe, right? So it's like, okay, I want a job, I want a great job. So we've got to do something to put our energy out there, right? And so sometimes if we go through the motions of searching for a great job, we're putting that energy out there so that the universe brings us one. But yeah, that's not the way it's going to happen. You can just kind of wait for it. That's interesting. Finalize the house situation until you finalize the house situation. Is the money desire on the way to finalize the deals? Oh, let's find out about that. The money to finalize these deals. Yes. Tell us about the money. Tawandas. Listen to lovers. This is a... Did someone give you advice? Past partner or something like that? Or an idea? A past partner or current gave you some advice, an idea, or something like that, and that's got a connection with where the money's coming through from. No, it's by two. Mm. So try and remember that. Or if you don't remember what it could be, because it might have been a while ago, if you don't remember what that could be, if something's not popping into your head straight away of like some advice or an idea that I feel like it's an act gave you, just ask your higher self to show you in a dream and you'll remember it, or, to give you that memory, and then just get on with your life and that memory will pop up for you. Well, your higher self is cryptic today. The mystery, right? It wants you to have a good time in the mystery of it all. Who's about and relax? Money. It comes, doesn't it, when you're relaxed? I mean, when you're relaxed about it, when you're not worried about it. I don't feel like you're worried about it. But you can relax, like it's on its way. I think the more you relax, the more the ideas will come for it. But your higher self is telling me it's preloaded it. Like, it's preloaded it. You've already got the information. You've already had the information. It's like it knew that you were going to get to this point, and so a while back it had someone tell you something. So relax while this comes into your awareness. Relax. The more relaxed you are, the more you get those downloads, the more you remember those ideas and all of that. So, yeah, don't stress about it. I don't feel like you are, but yeah, don't stress about it. Relax into it. Trust that your higher self is already on it. It was on it before you even had the idea. It knew that it was on its way. That's good news, isn't it? Sounds fun. Screaming at each other and communicating. Right. That's exciting, Tawanda. Thank you, Jessica. You have a question, Jessica? My throat. Oh, I'm sure it's the weather. A weird thing has happened. I've got a bit of food left, but I haven't been cooking it. I suddenly got lazy. I've been eating a lot of bananas because my fruit fairy came with bananas, but I'd already bought bananas, so now I've got like 2 massive bunches of bananas in my fridge. I've been eating a lot of bananas. But I've not been making myself meals. I've been ordering in. It's not weird. It's like, because it's been flooded, like, it's almost like this resort is on an island of its own with a river at the back of it. We do have a bridge over that river though, because it happens when it rains. But at the bottom of the driveway has been flooded. And just because it's been hard for deliveries to get through, in fact, my parcels, my Sephora thing came through, they actually brought the van. They usually just come on scooters, but scooters can't get through floodwaters at the moment, so they drove through it. They drove me my stuff up. Anyway, just because it's hard to get deliveries means that I want to get deliveries. Like, I don't get food delivered. I hardly ever do it. Maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, or once a month or something lately. I had food delivered yesterday. I had it delivered the day before. Isn't it weird the way that happens? If we can't have something, suddenly we want it. The rest of the time I just cook for myself. But I haven't been. Bananas and maple syrup. Whoa. Sugar, sugar. Sugar on sugar. Your clocks have changed, Penny. High self-guidance and love, Jessica. Thanks for your donations. Jessica's love life Don't worry about it. Move away. Okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Move away. So sometimes things are run the course and we can't fix it and we don't need to fix it and we've got what we needed out of it and it's okay to walk away. I feel like you might have been persistent with someone and you don't need to be. You don't need to be. This might be someone from the past. A feeling that you didn't do what was necessary or you didn't get out of it what was necessary, I don't know. But there's a feeling that you're persisting with something that you just don't need to here. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Let yourself move on from it. I also got what's she called? I watched a video with her in it. A makeup artist. She's got products. What's it called? Hello Talk. That woman. I got a set of hers anyway. I looked at. It's really good. Can't think of her name. Trying out all these different products. I've moved on from skincare now. I've got that down pat. Now I'm on to makeup. And I'm getting better at it. Have you noticed? I'm getting better at it. I got new brushes as well yesterday. That's exciting. Jessica. Whoa. Find a new approach. Find a new approach. I think it means find a new approach, Jessica. The way that you're approaching things. I'm just getting this like rerun kind of thing. Like you're going back over things. Like you want a redo. I feel like you're trying to redo a lesson that you don't need to. Like you've already got what you needed to get out of it. And then you can move on to the next thing. You don't need to perfect that thing. It might not be about a particular person. It might be about a theme in your love life kind of thing, you know. It'd be like me now focusing on I need to heal myself from abusive relationships and like how can I navigate this next abusive relationship? Well, I don't need to do that anymore, right? I'm not going to get into an abusive relationship. I know that. Like I'm 100% on that. So I don't need to go there. That would be me doing a rerun of something that it's already passed. It's done. It's already done. So find a new approach. That new approach can be, okay, higher self, I'm done with that. So what's next? What am I available to now? And then moving forward and embracing new experiences. That would be a better approach. So it's that kind of an energy where it seems like you're looking for the blocks, you're looking for the problems, you're looking for to fix where you've been instead of drawing a line in the sand and say, oh, let's move forward from here then. I think that's all behind me now. Let's see what's next. Next challenge. And it's not going to be the same as it was before. Okay. Let's get some tarot out. My voice is terrible. Maybe it's because I'm not eating properly. It's because of the weather. Thank you, Beth. And Mr. Bowers. Let's get some tarot out first before I do those. You get your questions in. You're on it already, both of you. Okay. Okay, let's do those first. Because you got your questions in. Mr. Bowers, you're a cheeky fellow. What do the little cards say? What have the little cards got for Mr. Bowers? You're welcome, Jessica. Just Bowers. Oh, flow, flow, flow. Let go and flow, flowing. Go with the flow. Allow yourself to do what is flowing nicely for you. It's kind of the same message. Do what's flowing nicely for you instead of fighting against the current. I did a private, was that a private reading? I think it was in a private reading yesterday. If you've got a boat, right, and you want to take that boat out and you want to bring it back in again, you might as well like go out on the as the tide's going out and come back in as the tide's coming back in, right, to make it easier. That's going with the flow instead of going, no, I want to be on this schedule. I want to take my boat out when it's this time, even though the tide's coming in and you're going against it. It's that kind of an energy. It's allowed to be easy. You don't have to prove that you can go against the current and against all odds. Prove yourself. You know, that hero story. We don't have to be that. That gets applauded, doesn't it? You know, against all odds, this person did this. It can make us think that we need to do that, but we don't. We can just go with the flow. Like, we don't find that on the news, do we? Someone just like potted around and everything came to them and it was easy. It doesn't hit the headlines. That it's when someone's had like massive challenges and overcome the odds that hits the headlines. But it needn't be that way to have a nice life. So allow yourself the ease. Allow yourself ease. Gentle okayness and guidance. How interesting. This is about you getting your own guidance, about being okay. You know, when you have intuition about someone or something and then you don't really listen to yourself and then you get a hard lesson from it. That is practice. That's like being at school for your intuition. It's a good thing in a way because it encourages us to trust our intuition next time, to trust our guidance next time. You know, when we have that gut feeling about something or someone and then we don't go with it and then we get the hard lesson from it, and that's good. That's learning about our intuition. So, and be okay about that. Be okay about learning from your guidance. Be okay about tripping up. That's the way to learning, right? How to walk. Beth, high self-guidance for you. Oh, scapegoat. Okay. I watched a movie yesterday. It was like, let me tell you the story. I think it was a Hallmark movie. Something like that anyway. It wasn't very good, but it was kind of interesting. So it was all about this girl, and she's a physical therapist. And she's arriving in Fiji because she's got a job to help this tennis player who's hurt his shoulder. She gets there and he's an absolute asshole. Like, he's just reacting to everything, dismissive of her, and he's just an asshole with everyone. And she persisted, right? She talked to his coach, who's this kind of nice older guy, and she's like, how can I deal with him? And he said, oh, well, the way I deal with him is to never let him push me away, kind of thing, is to remain open to him because he's hurting and all of this. Anyway, so she did the codependent thing, right? And she ended up falling in love with him. He was falling in love with her because she was helping him so much. She was going way above and beyond her job. And I was just like, Jesus, this is like the fairy tale codependency. Like, no wonder we slip into codependency so easily with bullshit like this in movies. Like, idealizing and fantasizing and romanticizing codependency. And I'm watching it, I'm like, this isn't going to end well. Of course it did end well in the movies, but it's not going to end well further down the line. Because it was a codependent relationship. She was working for him, going above and beyond, and then they fell in love. And he fell in love because she was doing so much for him, sorting it out for him. Anyway, part of that movie is where it all goes wrong. You know, they've all got the same plot. It all goes wrong. Why does it go wrong? Because he took her out on a date and he slipped on some rocks and hurt his shoulder again, went back to square one, and he blamed her for it. And I was like, there you go. That's what happens. You're codependent. You take too much responsibility for everything and then you get the blame for it. Why? Not because he's a terrible person. Like, he kind of is. He turned into an asshole straight away like that. And so that, you know, and that's his pattern. So I wouldn't, if I was her, I wouldn't be getting into a relationship with him. She's got all the red flags there and she wasn't listening. But it's a movie, you know. Anyway, she got the blame for it, and it was ridiculous. Like, he slipped on some rocks, and she got the blame. Huh? What? For him being attracted to her and taking her on a date? And her being a physical therapist, so she's responsible for his shoulder and any accidents that he has? Anyway, it was an interesting movie. And the reason I'm saying that is because you got the blame card out here. So it's the scapegoating. It's like when I watched that movie and I saw that scapegoating happen, I'm like, well, she set herself up for that. And I'm like, and I knew that the majority of people that see that movie will not be in the same mindset as me as I'm watching it. And they will think, how wonderful. I wish I was in a relationship like that. Because it was portrayed as this like great relationship. And it was so messed up. Like we were saying before, like my guys have said, be careful what you wish for. You're looking around thinking there's all these relationships and stuff that are good, and it's like, nah, you've already rejected those. Anyway, you've got scapegoating going on, and that's how you get into scapegoating, by taking too much responsibility. If you take too much responsibility, people will hand it to you, and because you can't fix anyone else's problems, you won't. And they will dump it all on you when you've failed. When they fail, then it's your fault because you were taking responsibility of it. So, Beth, you've got that going on. Don't mix business with pleasure, right? I don't know whether it was Walmart. It was just on YouTube. I put movie in the search thing on YouTube and then just pick one. And I think I'd stopped watching 2 movies because some of them are just so crap. But yeah. Anyway, grace and feel it. Right, grace. So you deserve so much better than that. You don't need to, like, she didn't need to do that. She didn't need to do that to get a relationship, right? And you don't need to do the stuff that you're doing either. I don't know whether it is you're looking for a relationship or what, but it doesn't have to be about relationships, right? But there's just stuff that we don't need to do. We don't need to go above and beyond. We really don't, and it's not good for us. And we get hard lessons from it, like being scapegoated, which we think we're a victim to. We think it's all their fault, and it's not. It's the way we do it. So you're allowed this grace instead. You're allowed everything to fall in place and feel it. What's the feeling behind that? Well, it's being carefree and not thinking that we've got to strive for something, that we've got to go above and beyond for something, that we've got to take responsibility for things. It's the feeling that we deserve it, right? We just deserve it. We deserve to have a good time. You've had that situation a few times, right? Going to Fiji and being a physical therapist for a tennis player. Yeah, it's happened to me a few times too. I know what you mean. Sounds like a good movie. She put in the effort. I know, right? She was sweet too. He was an asshole. Like, what the hell does she want to get in a relationship? But we do that shit, don't we? They're moody and they're assholes, and we're like, I like them. I can fix them. Let me see if I can make them nice so I can have a relationship with them. Whoa. Anyway, you got the Be With Nature card out there, so it's like, take a step back, go for the better feeling things, you're allowed. It's all about knowing we deserve it, right? I don't know what the movie was called, I don't really care, but I persisted. I watched it because I want it to be real. Maybe I should make movies. Maybe I should make real movies in the style of Hallmark, or do sequels to Hallmark movies. Oh God, how funny would be? I could do a sequel to that movie of what would play out like a real one. What would really play out after that? It's like the aftermath of Hallmark. A bit of realness. Oh, you could do that. The aftermath of Disney movies as well. The sequel. I know Disney does some sequels, but the twee the same. But we could make movies of how it would really play out in real life. That stuff. That would be funny. What have we got? We got the one of our Ace of Swords. Oh, look at her. He's sleeping on the bed. She's got fabulous hair. She's throwing cars and books and houses at him. No, he's laying on the bed and he's dreaming of her. She's throwing houses and cars and books at him. Is that a book? I think so. That's the Ace of Air. What have we got here? Dark card. Imhole? Imbole? I don't know what it is. Imhole? Imbole, maybe. And the Maiden of Water. Woo! She's got a dolphin jumping over her. Oh, when I was in the ocean one time in Brunswick Cads, in that little bay there, and a dolphin came up to me. It's pretty cool. Ace of Air. Let's find that. The Ace of Air. Dreams. Well, it's true that science admittedly knows very little about sleep and dreams. Yeah, apart from that book, that guy, wrote that book. I read it recently. Can't remember what it's called, The Science of Sleep or something like that. It's really good. I need to find out the name of it because, he knows a lot more. We know a lot more now. I need to remember that this is a fingerprint thing. I always forget. Wrong. Chromium blood sugar management. It's not that. It's not that. What is it? Oh, bonus. I need to read that. I buy so many books and then I don't read them. No. Based on my reading. No, I want to know what my books are from my library. Oh, here we go. Where is it? Well, I must have got it on Kindle, but I don't see it. Downloaded. Oh. The researcher. I don't get it. I don't get why it's not on here. Recent. It's already set to that. Anyway, there's a guy wrote a book about sleep. Really good. Can't remember his name. Matthew something like that. Can't remember. We know a little bit more about dreams and sleep than we used to, for sure, because of him. Well, it's true that science admittedly knows very little about sleep and dreams. It's also true that dreams often provide messages and revelations and even prophecies. For the most part, dreaming is a passive activity. The dreams are received, it seems, as a gift from the divine. Whether a dream leaves us feeling excited and renewed or frightened and shaken, we're compelled to seek a message from it, to interpret it. It is thought that while the conscious mind is relaxed, the subconscious, or perhaps the god or goddess, can communicate via dream images. Dreaming is generally considered a passive activity. However, there are techniques that can be employed to encourage dreams, to remember dreams, and even to use dreams to work through problems or to discover truths. Dreams that are particularly frightening we call nightmares. Nightmares can sometimes impart messages or wisdom, but not always. However, sometimes you just got a fever. Sometimes they are just bad dreams brought on by anxiety or worry, or fever, or substances as well. They let us know we're stressed, but often don't provide helpful advice beyond highlighting the source of the anxiety. Before sleep, meditating or burning certain incense or herbs such as angelica or mugwort can encourage dreams, as can petitioning the divine. Asking. That's what I do sometimes. It's like, well, show me in a dream. Perhaps the mind inviting dreams, setting the intention to remember them, will help increase dream recall. Keeping a dream journal and pencil by the bed is also helpful. To record dreams in the morning or even in the middle of the night, a few words scribbled in the dark can often help trigger the memory of the whole dream, or at least part that felt important at the time. Okay, I'm not getting all of that from this. I'm getting that. That's it. Why We Sleep, Matthew Walker. Thank you, Christine. I don't know why that's not on my Kindle. Anyway, what I'm getting from this is, you know how that said sometimes dreams are prophecies? Do we dream it as a prophecy, or do we manifest it? Do we dream it enough, daydream it enough to actually create it into being? Or is it a prophecy? Are my readings a prophecy, or do I tell you and you believe me enough so that you create it? It's a mystery, isn't it? Because there's a flaw in that question. And the flaw in the question is that we believe in time. We think something can come first. And it's not true. And that's so hard to get our head around, because we're human beings and we've got this time space continuum, or whatever it's called. It's too cold. So, dreams that you've had can come true, might be coming true, as if you've had a prophecy, or you're creating it into being. Then this imbolic. Thank you. It looks like imbol. It's just the TypeScript, isn't it? Let's find her then. She looks a bit psycho. Or just very relaxed. What does she look like? She looks like that. There she is. The star. In bulk. The baby sun god grows as he is nurtured by the Great Mother. Pagans begin calling to the goddess, asking her to return from the underworld. While Yule celebrates the return of the sun, Imbolc rejoices in the first signs of spring, when the snow and ice of winter begin to thaw and new lives begin. Imbolc means in the belly. And Oimelk means use milk, signifying a clear connection between this holiday and the lambs soon to be born. Bouncy lambs. During the celebration, witches focus on purification. It is a timing of cleaning things out, both literally and symbolically. Oh yeah, we've been getting that right. Hey, Kate. We've been getting that. or I have in my readings, of purification, clearing stuff out, especially not downsizing, clearing stuff out, like of cupboards, literally getting ready for things. This is the star. This is about hopes. So you've dreamed something. You've got a dream, either a night dream or a daydream. Whether it's come to you or whether you've instigated it yourself, it's something that you keep on thinking about, visioning. You've got hope that that's going to come true, that it is a prophecy kind of thing. And then the Maiden of Water. The Maiden of Water. Where are you? Water. The Maiden of Water is, she plays with a dolphin and splashes in the water. She promises a fresh, youthful approach filled with positive energy. Okay, so that we go from the dream to the hope to the start of it, but then we are young and naive again in it. It's that beginner energy. That's what I thought it was. And being playful about it and being into the unknown. And it's like a fresh start kind of thing with this maiden energy. It's like we're born again. It's the rebirth. It's the rebirth of the Scorpio season kind of thing. But it's directly connected to dreams that we've had, and not necessarily night dreams. We died once and came back. Said our time constraints hold us back. But as much as my guides have told me about it, I still find it hard to get my head around it. Hey, Gabe. I still find it hard to get my head around it. Got the Maiden of Earth there as well. She reminds me of me, the Maiden of Earth. That's what I feel like all the time. People have commented throughout my life on that. Said you're like a little girl still. You've got this energy of a little girl. I do. Hope I always will. So we've got some kind of a new start, and it's going to be playful and fun, but we're going to be novices at it. Beginning again. It's a new thing. Like the guides have been saying, we're leaders in this, we're taking things to a whole new level, maybe relationships, maybe, I don't know, other things. We can see that, can't we? Like in the progression, in the evolution of humans, we can see, like, look at me doing this business. I mean, this wasn't available. This wasn't available to my grandmother. It wasn't available to my mum, and I can do it. How good is that? How good is it that we've got the internet and we've got all of these things people have created, like PayPal and everything, that allows me to do this? It's so cool. And YouTube and just all of that. Hey, Barbara. And that's evolution, right? And we're taking things to the next level, and we're constantly evolving. And so something that you've dreamed about here is, it's one of those things. It's taking things to the new frontiers kind of thing. Haven't talked about the Taurus eclipse yet. I have made the video for it. I'm way ahead. I think I've made the videos until almost till the end of the month. Which is cool, because then I'm not on it. Like I don't recall what they're about, and so I get to witness it, the daily reads, as with fresh eyes kind of thing, because it was so long ago since I recorded them. It's pretty cool. I like it. So I get to receive my work on my channel. Gabe, general guidance for Gabe. I'm excited about the Taurus eclipse though. I hope it's not raining for it. Gabe, gratitude and cleanse. Be grateful for what you've let go of now. whew, what have you let go of? It feels like momentous kind of thing, like a little bit shook from it. You know, when you realize you've been, like we were talking about the scapegoat thing before, and you realize that you've been doing it, and when you let go of it, you're like, whoo, that was a lot that I went through for a long time. And you let it go, and you're like, whoa, I was doing that to myself. I feel like you're in that process at the moment. What have you let go of? Uh, of of being shook by, not by letting go of something, but that you were holding on to it in the first place. And then that shookness being turned into gratitude. In other words, gratitude for having been through that in the first place, because the clarity that you get from it is important. So that's a process that we go through, right? We do something really messed up and we don't realize that we're doing it. And then we have some kind of a clarity. No, we have some kind of awareness that it's messed up, but we have no clarity in what it is that we're doing. Then we get clarity, hopefully, in what we're doing to do that. And so we let it go. And then we go through this like, holy shit, what was I doing to myself? And then that eventually it turns into the wisdom, right? And then it turns into, I'm glad, eventually it turns into that, I'm glad I went through that. Because it's not just about the letting go of it. I actually got something rich from it. I got something from that negative experience. We get to the place of gratitude where we are kind of thankful for that experience in the first place. That you're in that process somewhere. Wow. Yes. Timothy, yes. Now I remember what I said in the daily energy update for the, yes, the divorce. It had divorce in the reading. I'm getting goosebumps. I remember now because I remember thinking about you and thinking, you flashed through my mind when I was giving the reading, and I thought, I wonder if Timothy's divorce is today. Wait until you see that. Energy update. Okay, so it's a sabotage that you've had, Gabe. Yeah. And you're in this process of making peace with it. Not only making peace with it, but getting to that place of gratitude for having that sabotage in the first place. So the sabotage isn't a wrongness of you just to get over and stop doing it. You chose it for a reason, because once you break free of it, there's a richness that you're going to gain out of it. It's like I didn't choose abuse just for the sake of getting over it. Like I've got some sadistic pleasure as a soul of coming into messed up circumstances and healing myself from it. It's for the richness that I've got from it, which is a lot. It's confirmation, sure. So you have your third final hearing for your divorce, the 18th. Woo, it sounds good to me. Yeah, the card, I remember now. What did I call it? Hang on, let me have a look on my dashboard. The full moon. Wow, major life decision. Major life decision. That's all I put. Yeah, there was cards. There was certain combinations of cards. Came out. That definitely signified divorce. Definitely, definitely. What was it? It was, yeah, I don't know, I can't remember. How interesting. That's you, Gabe. Interesting reading today. Full moon here is at 3:57 in the afternoon on the 19th. So it's on the night of the 18th for you guys. in the States. Kate, thank you. Big change is happening for you. Is it going to work out for you? Is it going to work out for Kate? These changes. This answer is based on the current energies, by the way. Sometimes it can be a short-term answer, just to prepare you. No, because I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Oh, guys. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's a short-term answer. This is not like saying nothing is ever going to work out in your life. The current changes at the moment, it's not going to work out in the short term. Let's find out why. Because of communication. Okay. So it's not going to work out like, it's not just going to be and then they all lived happily ever after. There's challenges for you, Kate, and the challenges are in the communication. So the reason that it's not going to work out in the short term is because it's going to give you the opportunity to work more on your communication. Not just your communication skills, but your listening skills as well. A lot of negotiation, a lot of mediation kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily mean someone else needs to mediate you, but it might be that you need to call on those mediation skills in yourself, you know. Remember when I was talking to my ex-husband the last time? When was that? More than 10 years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. On a Skype call. Because my eldest son had arranged it for us to try and sort something out because he was turning the kids against me. And so I was using all my skills, all my communication skills, kind of not forgetting, but having the reminder that he does not have those skills and has very little emotional intelligence. And so he reacted to it, my approach to it he reacted to it saying, "This isn't a therapy session, what you." Oh God, like, wow, what was I doing marrying someone like that? Really? Anyway, that's what I'm talking about, the mediation skills in yourself. I don't know, what is it? Your changes you're going through. Anyway, yeah, that's why. That's why it's not going to work out in the short term, because it's like your higher self wants you to get in there and practice these things because it's going to help in the long term. What's your changes? Yours is on the 19th. See, I knew it was going to happen. I knew when I made that energy update, I literally came out as divorce. And yeah, I'm like, wow, I wonder how many people are getting divorced today. A lot. It's 3 days either side, right? So let the divorces begin tomorrow. It's this week. It's the week of divorce. The week that will go down in history. Yay! It's good news for me. I hope it happens. Face the situation and be firmer. One of the best decisions I made after cutting my family out, getting divorced. Yes. Oh yeah, join our Facebook group. Let's get a link for it. Good call. I always forget to do that, to say that. Here's the link. Join our Facebook group, everyone. If you're not in there already, come along. There's the link for it. Back to Kate. Face the situation and be firmer. Right, and so it's about stepping into your Queen of Swords side, and not just about mediation skills then and being soft. You might have worked on that part of it. Maybe it's time to be hard and stand up for yourself and lay down the law. Maybe that would have been a much better approach with my ex-husband, in fact. Maybe if I had to talk with him now, it would be very different. It would be. It would be very different. Oh, I'd approach it so much differently now. I'm so much more empowered. I was being all soft and mediatory. I should have just been in his face. Right? face the situation and be firmer. So your communication skills, you might be going through this process too of trying to communicate in that soft way, which can often be kind of passive aggressive or too passive, so it's not direct enough and clear enough or energetic enough. Like there's something very clear about powerful communication, a clear no or a clear never again. That came up in someone's private reading yesterday as well, that they needed to say never again. It wasn't enough just to make a decision inside of themselves and not tell that person never again. They actually need to tell that person never again, because otherwise they're leaving themselves an option, like an option B, a plan B, a chance of going backward. Sometimes we do that, right, when we don't tell people, and that's it. So all about communication for you. That's why it's not going to work out. It kind of is going to work out, because working out as far as your higher self is concerned is you becoming more empowered and a better communicator, more able to listen, but more able to express yourself in an empowered way. Now I wonder what it is. What are the changes that you're going through? So it's not going to work out from a muggle perspective, but it is going to work out from your higher self's perspective. But at least now you know it's all about communication and that lesson. Get back to the tarot. Thanks for your donations, everybody. So the miserable woman deck, although we've been getting happy women out lately, now we've got a miserable one. Yay. 9 of Wands. She's the wounded warrior. She's going to be wounded if she lights candles and puts them on a bed like that. That's very dangerous. Don't do that. Thanks, Barbara. Whoa. I can't get past that. Candles on the bed. Like, not even candle holders either. Just like... Okay. Fire hazard. Maybe the electronic ones. Maybe they're not real. Does anyone use those? I don't know, I've seen them in restaurants, but I would never get an electronic candle. I'd have the real deal. I need to get myself one of those flamethrower lighter things, because I've just got normal lighters, and those big candles that I've got, like that one there, the Bath and Body Works ones, I have to burn my fingers to light it now. I need one of the long, the gas lighter things. I should remember to buy one of those if I go shopping tonight. 9 of Wands. The Wounded Warrior, let's read her out. She's the miserable woman. Oh, I haven't on the right page. I love it when I do that. Some challenges are harder than others. Nearing the end of her strength, this woman draws on the deepest reserves within her and prepares herself for what she knows will be the final encounter with this particular challenge. Oh, the final encounter with this particular challenge. Yes, that energy has come up in a few of your mini reads today. Gabe and I don't know, I can't remember. You know who you are. Weak, worn and weary. She's not certain of the outcome. I'm certain of the outcome. Our house is going to burn down. But she's prepared to give all that she can. Preparing for the final challenge. And reversed is giving up too soon. It's the energy update for today. The energy update for today said don't give up on the final hurdle. That something is about to happen, but just as it seems like it's about to happen, there's another hurdle. There's another thing. There's another thing to contend with. Oh, don't give up. Time for the final challenge. Just as you think things are working out, there's going to be a final challenge. Damn it. Dreamed first love, and I reunited. Wow. Seriously. I wonder what that's about. Is that your question? Oh, hang on, let's have a look at your email. What's the purpose of that dream? Yes, I'm interested in that. Let's get to it. What's the purpose of that dream, Barbara's higher self? Well, currently married doesn't mean a thing, does it, Penny? Might be getting divorced this week. To let go of the past. Okay, that's what the purpose of the dream is, to let go of the past. It's for you to kind of revisit it, because you're going to be thinking about it today for sure, right? You're going to be thinking about it. So it's to revisit the past. It's like I just did with my ex-husband then. I just revisited the past. Like someone walking over my grave kind of thing. Yeah, I just heard that me having to talk to him, to make my son happy and say, see, there's a reason I divorced him, son. But my son was trying to help, I know, but you know. So then I revisited it. Now you're revisiting it through a dream. And so it's for you to let go of the past because you've got big expansion ahead of you. Great news. So you've got big things coming. There's just more energy to let go of. It's a process, isn't it? Letting go. It is. It's a process, letting go. It doesn't matter whether we get divorced. There's still a process to let go of. It doesn't even matter if someone's died, whatever happens, there's still a process to go through, and that can take years and years and years. And then there can be another stage of it, another stage of letting go and clarity. That's what you're getting at the moment, another stage of letting go. I know, kids. Codependent kids. I taught them to be codependent. I know who else being it toward me. Hmm. Oh, look at this. Barbara. Wow. You've got really good things coming. Expansion, fulfillment, fulfillment. The dream is just a closing things off. It's a revisitation. Just trust yourself through this process. Your higher self doesn't even need to tell you what this process is. It was just to take you back there again and get you thinking about it again, and just trust this process as you're thinking about it again, because there's a clearing that is going to make you available to these big things that are coming. The point of reliving it is to release a little bit more. I've released a little bit more just by thinking about that Skype call again with my ex-husband. It's because I've got fresh eyes on it now. I look back and I think, yeah, codependency from my son, me being too soft, which I always was, right? Right from the start. In the divorce, I was too soft. I let him have 50% of the money, even though the majority of that money was mine. I'd made it, and I was too soft through the process with the kids as well, thinking that he was going to be a reasonable human being, and you know, and he wasn't. You really find out who someone is when you break up with them, right? And so just even me now revisiting that Skype call in my mind, I see it from new eyes now, and I can release it even more. It's like, oh, I see why that didn't work, and I see why it was my approach wasn't right. I see why it was futile even doing it. It ain't gonna have a change. It's not ever gonna change. So it's just to revisit it like that, because we learn, we grow, we become someone new, and when we look back at things, we don't see it with the same eyes anymore. It allows us to release that. Time doesn't exist. Never mind not linear. It doesn't exist. Which is confusing. Apple, let the holidays be a gift to all. Well, let's buy Apple products for Christmas. No, I've got enough. Oh, that's nice. It's a lavender coloured braided loop for the watch. I've got this one on today. Back to the tarot. So she's burning the house down. No, she's got a final stand to make. She needs to keep going. So what is this? We've dreamed of something. Are we creating it, or is it a premonition? Something new is starting. Get ready. It's going to be a new beginning. You're going to feel like the maiden again. It's fun. But you're going to be naive. You're going to be a beginner at it. But there's one final stand to take. And what else? Keep going, keep going. Don't fall at the last hurdle. Ooh. I love when the Empress comes out. I'm feeling like the Empress right now. This one. King of Swords. Clarity. So much clarity, she can tell them about it. She can teach it. So much clarity, you can teach it. Right. So we can read about something in a book. We can have an understanding of something in our minds, but we can't necessarily put it into practice. And then when we put it into practice, we get a whole new level of awareness and a knowledge of it. But then when we get to the point where we can actually teach it, then we know we've really got it. So that's the clarity. King of Swords. Reading the cards. Court cards. The King of Swords skillfully plans so that a group achieves greatness and individuals can shine. Motivates the group to achieve personal agendas. Hang on. I feel like there might be more. No. It's what I was saying, it's about teaching. It's once you get to the point of being able to teach it or express it to others in a cohesive kind of a way, an understandable way. That's when you know you've really got it. So there's something about taking a final stand or going through something once again so that you've really got it this time. Then you're the Empress. Then this is like the energy of you graduated. Then you're the Queen of Queens or the King of Kings. Like we have to go through something once more to really get it. So we get to the point of, it's not that we didn't get it, it's that we need to get to the point of being able to teach it. Why? Because we're creating something new. We're taking something to a new level. The Empress. The Empress expresses herself beautifully in the physical world. Ooh, the expression. That's the expression again. Being able to teach it. She helps things grow by making them comfortable, by feeding them what they need to become strong, and by healing injuries. She loves and comforts and blesses all that come within her own realm. Abundance, nurturing, and creation. I'm not really getting that. I'm not really getting that softy, Queen of Cupsy Empress here. I'm getting the very empowered Queen of Queens. Very high level of self-respect, highly respected. You become the Empress. Like, it's powerful. That it's the goddess. It's not like the mother. I'm not getting the Empress is, of course, the mother too, but I'm not getting that energy from this. And then you graduate, then you're the Empress, then you're the goddess, in your full power. Haven't yet got to the point of being grateful for my marriage. I wonder if I ever will be. Well, maybe I will be. Maybe I will be once I'm in a healthy relationship. Yeah, because maybe the only reason I can have a healthy relationship is that I was married before. What the hell was I thinking? No, I was in my 20s and I didn't have good role models. Things we do. Like getting married before we even know ourselves. Before we've empowered ourselves. We have to. We have to because we can only have kids when we're younger. Let's get some more cards out. Five of Swords goes back in the box, which is a good thing. Don't want that out. So starting out with the Four of Cups. Something's right in front of us and we're not realizing it. Because the cat knocked it over. The cat knocked one of the cups over, and so we're focused on that instead. Where's the cat? Four of Cups. I'll read her out. Things we do, right? Maybe we're all going to be teaching in the future. But maybe not in a teaching kind of a way, you know? Teaching by example. Sharing our wisdom. Oh, raw knowledge. They're like, guys are like, look at the first card, Chloe. I was forgetting about these ones. Synchronicities, meditation. What was it? Hope, dedication, and nurturance. Don't fall off. Cactus. Cactus is doing really well now. It likes having no water. My kind of a plant. I'll tell you what's not doing very well. All of those out there hanging up. They're doing terribly, those orchids. Being 58 before finding out about healing. Wow. Yeah. I've put a lot into it for a very long time. And it still took me ages. Four of Cups. It could be that you're missing out on an opportunity if you're being distracted by external forces. It's a sense of restlessness and boredom which has you feeling stuck in a rut. Are there issues from your past that are weighing on your present situation? I would say so. If you're fearful or indifferent about making a change, you may continue to dwell in a state of limbo. Chicken limbo. I'll never get rid of that out of my head. Chicken limbo. You know, like Limbo, the game where you bend over backwards going under a thing. Some company invented chicken limbo, and it was kind of this it was a version of limbo where there was like chickens on top of the bar, and that if you touched it, the chickens rolled and made a noise or something like that. I don't know. I'll never get that out of my head though. I never had it. I just saw it one time and it captured my imagination. Chicken limbo. This card may also suggest that there's something you may be overlooking. Perhaps a solution is closer than you think. You have a system of love and support in your life. How can you connect with this? Is there anything you're taking for granted? Take a moment to meditate on the aspects of your life you're truly grateful for. See the positive highlights rather than focusing on the negativity. This is connected to that star card, the hope. You're close to breaking free from a state of stagnation. It's so close. It's so close. Keep the hope alive. Then the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. She's got it. Oh, really? Taurus should have cactuses. Cacti. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. One of the most joyful and harmonious cards of the tarot, the Nine of Cups indicates a time of satisfaction and completion. Your wishes and desires are finally beginning to manifest, leaving you with a renewed sense of emotional stability and spiritual strength. You're at a healed stage that comes after struggles have passed. Now is the time to enjoy life's pleasures and luxuries. Yay! After everything you've worked for and experienced. Positive balance of self-fulfilled dreams and intuitive insights. Your instincts and psychic abilities are on high. Trust them. This is romantic fulfillment, advancement, goodwill, dreams, kindness, healing, abundance. That's that dreams again. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's moving now. Luck is on your side, or so it seems. It's just things are moving now. Like, it feels like everyone's got themselves ready at last. Might have been waiting on ourselves, waiting on other people. Just as the seasons change in an everlasting cycle of energy, so does the path of your life. For every situation, there tends to be an archetypal opposite that keeps the balance intact. Understanding the Wheel of Fortune signifies a state of acceptance that things may be good or bad at any given time. Do not be discouraged by the difficulties or low points. These too will pass. In modeling unconditional love and gratitude, it's easier to identify the positive moments as they come, which manifest abundance into your life. Know that sometimes you may need to take a leap into the unknown in order to move forward. You alone have the power to create the life you desire and to overcome any challenges along the way. Look for the lessons instead of giving into the struggle. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is about, after all. It's good. It's good. And then serenity comes from that. Sometimes it's important to take a step back from the noise and chaos of the world. Nothing wrong with seeking out your own space, as introspection offers spiritual teachings that can only come from within. This in turn allows you to expand your field of perception and connect with your higher self. Serenity describes a soul-searching journey where you seek truth, purpose, and harmony. You're waking up to a renewed sense of spirituality. See, I'm just getting from this that it's like the start of something new. It's the start of something new. Then we start again. Then we start again on a new journey. Fool isn't out, but it was out twice in the energy update today. Both of the Fool cards from Lightseers and from this deck came out. Just wait until you see. Which one was it? It might have been the 24th of November, the 23rd or the 24th of November that I recorded yesterday. Something happened with the cards. I was shuffling one deck and it was all damp, and so they're difficult to shuffle, so they were falling out in chunks, and I had 2 chunks of cards that fell out, like piles of 8 cards or something like that. On the top of one of them was the Three of Cups. On the top of the other was the Lovers. And I put them back in and I shuffled again. And a card came out. And it was the Three of Cups. And I'm like, okay, I carried on. Next card out, the Lovers. And I think there was one more card that came out with it, and the Lovers. And I just knew it. After the Three of Cups came out, I was saying, now show me the Lovers. And sure enough, it came out. It's pretty cool. So what have we got here? Something's right in front of us. It's about to start. We've got this rebirth happening. It's going to set us off on a new journey where we're kind of starting again with the Fool, with the young one, the naive one. And it's not that we're young and naive, it's that we're starting something new, that we're the forerunners in it, but we need to have that novice kind of a mind. We don't know. We're creating something new. It's a new experience. We've not been there before, and other people haven't either. So it's good. Yeah. And this is, Tara, this is saying the same thing. Big changes coming for sure. Thank you, Penny. Thanks for your donation. Penny, have the possibility of two paths. One music, one restaurant. Both are in your heart. Which one? The trouble with the air conditioning unit is when I put it on the dry this place out mode, it actually works better to make the place cold. Like, it works really good to take the moisture out of the air, but it makes it really cold too. I had no idea that the dehumidifying option was like actually colder than the cold option. And there's no way to change the temperature on it when it's in that mode. So it's just like freezing. Okay. Music. I feel like it's both, but let's see. Music. Restaurant. I knew that was going to happen. I pulled the red crystal out for both then. It was no to both of them. That's because it's not that clear cut. That is like me saying, is it readings or is it video? My higher self would say no. No, it's neither, it's both. Let me find out. Is it both? No, that's a question. Is it both? Do you mean it's both? It's the combination. It's just, see, I feel like it's going to be a combination of everything. I'm sure. Like with my life path, what I've noticed, right? So I did a degree in engineering, and it feels like I've not used that at all. But then I have, because I was at uni at the time when we were just finding out about the metaphysical components of materials engineering. So when we focus on things, the properties of them change. And it was in my field of engineering that was coming out. Well, have I ever used my engineering degree? Kind of yes, but no, not on the face of it, not in a normal muggle way, but yes. My IT, that seems like wasted time, working at corporate IT in my 20s. But I'm using it now in my business. If I'd have asked, is it IT? I would have got the answer, no. But it kind of is. Is it readings? No. Is it IT? No. Is it video? No. Is it, Is it both? Yes, it's both. Okay. And it's other things too. It's a combo. And they go very well together, restaurants and music. Yeah, it's the path. It's just the path. You're going to find out. You just need to keep on following the path. It's going well. You're going well on that path. Be at peace with it. So not so much of a struggle of trying to figure out what it is, because that really hinders us when we do that. When we try and figure out what it is, so we can put a label on it and go, like, it's definitely this, I'll do this. It's not how it happens, right? It happens by just unfolding, and then this magic happening, the serendipity, and then it's like, whoa, suddenly you're doing it all. And it's like, I get why it all fits together now. You got the pieces of the jigsaw, and you're like, I don't get it. Which jigsaw piece is right? It's like, none of them, it's all of them. They're all right. You just have to fit them together. It's a combination. I'm freezing. So don't be overwhelmed by it, because that's not true. You don't need to figure it out. What's overwhelming? What's overwhelming about it? It's a path. It's a magical path. What's overwhelming about it is we think we need to figure it out. You don't. Just need to follow it. Or we think that, we judge ourselves for it. What is everyone else going to think of me when I'm just like randomly going with the flow and as if life is magical? Finding who I am. At my age, finding who I am. Aren't you meant to do that when you're 18, 19, and a year before you go to uni? Now you're meant to do it your whole life. Oh, it's freezing. Hang on. Clothes. It's been a while. Let's put you on. I've not worn this for a very long time. Clothes don't get to be worn very often in this country. Okay, that's better. So I hope that helped you. It's a path, it's a path, it's a path. It's not a destination, it's a path. And it's a combo. Don't stress it. Yeah, just do it. Go with the flow. And even with what I'm doing now, I remember seeing a show. It was a BBC show, and it was about BBC shows. It was a kind of a behind the scenes thing. Oh, back when, like the cameras were huge, and they would roll around on things, and I remember thinking I wanted to be a cameraman because that's what we called them then. Everything was in the mail. A cameraman. I want to be a cameraman, not a camerawoman. A cameraman. There was something that I obviously recognized about filmmaking that, I don't know, there was just something that was like, yes, for me. You're only finding out who you are at 55. What is a good age? I always meet people. That's what I've realized. It's like finding out that Mr. Handsome has just turned 45. I always meet people when they're either a power number, like 44, 33, 44, 22, 55. I always meet people when they're our age, or they're just about to turn 55, 44. Better late than never, hey? It's not even late, man. Some people don't even ever. Some people don't even ever. Thanks, Natalie. You got a question? One card. The Nine of Pentacles. Got nice cards out today. Let's get one more out because I've got space for one more. There we go. The Fool. At last, the Fool has come out. My work here is done. Because it's about time it came out, because this has got Fool energy all over it. Nine of Pentacles, the single independent, but it's the wish fulfillment as well on the material plane. Do it for yourself. Bird. Look at the bird. It's got a really funny face on it. And the Fool. We start all over again. New journey. Taking a risk on a new journey. Jumping off that cliff. Natalie, you can have a love reading, yes. Oh, you can have a tarot card, yeah. If you want. Let's see if these have recovered. Yes, they're not as damp as they were yesterday. Natalie's love life. I'll use the mini ones as well because they're very clear for me, those private readings. For private readings, I tend to use a tarot card and these minis. Did you know that? You got the Nine of Cups. You got the wish fulfillment. Yay! Let's find out why. So you're going to get your wishes fulfilled in your love life. Communicating in the 5D. Oh. You got someone on the way. You're communicating in the 5D. Fifth dimension. You're communicating on the spiritual plane at the moment, so it feels like someone you haven't met yet, to me. Or if you have met them, there's not a lot of physical communication going on. It's more the headed your way kind of thing. Natalie, going to fulfill your wishes there. If you're waiting on somebody very special here to fulfill your wishes, put it out there. I mean, ask for it from the universe and communicate with them. You're already connected to someone very special on that spiritual plane. You can communicate with their higher self already. Have a conversation with their higher self. Ask your higher self to have a conversation with their higher self. Tell them. Ask your higher self to tell their higher self what you want to tell them. Whether you've met someone or not, like, ask higher self, let my twin flame, my person, my soulmate know this and that. This is what I want. That's what I want. I'm ready now. That kind of thing. Communicate on the 5D like that. Wow. Natalie, this. You're going to get what you want. Success. Hold out for it as well. And keep on communicating on that 5D level for what it is that you want. You will get it. This is like, don't settle. You are going to get what it is that you want. Definitely don't settle and don't go backwards. Keep on communicating what you want. It's on your way to you, and have that hope and persistence with it. Very cool. Very positive. Very good. Stripey today. Let's get some of these out then for the collective. I feel like carrying on. Wow. At the time. The 10 of Cups for the collective. One better. The happily ever after. Strength. Be strong. There's going to be final hurdles. 9 of Wands said that. The final hurdle kind of thing. Another task kind of thing. There's the Fool again. But out with the 7 of Swords. The deception. Strength. The 7 of Swords and the Fool. It's like being strong as you go through. What was that? Email popped in my inbox and disappeared straight away. Retracted. Started learning about twin flame communication. There you go. Yeah, it had that energy all over it, your reading, Natalie. What is this deception? I don't know what it is. Why have we got the 7 of Swords here? Gentle Arcana is brilliant. Oh, it's just the, am I fooling myself here? That's what it is. Am I fooling myself here? Am I deceiving myself? That's all it is. It's the wobble. It's the wobble before things happen. That's why we've got the strength out. We've got to be strong. In the face of that, am I deceiving myself kind of an energy. Because the Fool's Journey is scary. I mean, it's exciting, but it's scary. There's a risk to take, and we're novices in it. As much as we want it, we're novices in it. There's a bit of hesitation before we do it. Like, am I sure I really want this? Am I fooling myself? We do really want it. Oh no, that wasn't good. I won't do those then. I'll take that as a sign, and it's getting late too. If anyone else wants a mini read, get in fast. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of here very shortly. I'm making you pick a card read. I think I'm going to do singles this time. Singles, who's next? Next! Partner. But that won't be out until Thursday. Because I've already got one waiting in the wings. Oh yeah, very positive for you, Natalie. I think it's very positive for everybody today. This sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it's truly sacred. We've got sacred unions coming in now. Truly sacred, not muggles, not muggle connections here. No more muggle connections. There we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for all of your donations as well. And your presence here and your support of my channel. Come and join us. Come and join us on in our Facebook group. That one. Psychic Cafe, no muggles allowed. Keep in touch. Let's do this all over again in 2 days' time, unless I go on a date. It's possible if it stops raining. Ted Nugent's approach. Don't know that. Okay, yeah, let's do this on Wednesday. So have a good day, everybody. Good luck with all of this. See you next time.